Hey everybody, I just thought I'd quickly introduce you to a term, loss aversion, um, with the hopes that you'll use this to be prepared for when and if we get to go back to work in the office. Loss aversion is an economics term. I learned it in economics and accounting, and it has to do with being more focused on the loss than a gain of an item. So you'll look at it like in stock or something like that. I apply economics terms though a lot to my personal and professional life, and the simplest way for me to explain it is to show you what loss aversion looks like. I am wearing a shirt that I have had now for over 25 years, and it's one of my favorite shirts. And the thought of losing this shirt is so great that if you offered me a brand new shirt that looks exactly the same, I would reject it because this is mine. And so my loss aversion has a lot to do with my attachment, my relationship with the shirt, and then the ownership of the shirt. So that's no different than like your kids who like maybe have a favorite blankie or a favorite toy or a favorite stuffed animal. If they lose that original and you offer to buy a brand new one, they're going to reject the brand new one because they want the old one because of their relationship and their sense of ownership to it. Well, the truth is not eloquent, and some of you are going to struggle with this when we go back to work. If you were used to your desk being in a certain place, your interactions being done a certain way, your engagement with others following the same pattern, when we get back, it's still your desk, it's still the same customer, and it's still your same coworkers. But you will reject it because it looks different than the way that you left it. It'll have to do with you believing you own that desk, you own that space, you own those engagements, and you don't. So, my advice to you is this. Think long and hard about what it is you expect to happen when you get back. And think long and hard about what you're doing now to prepare for how you haven't lost anything, but it's going to look different. If you offer me a new shirt, I haven't lost the old, but I'm going to have to accept the value of the new, right? I can't walk around in this shirt. I mean, I could, but I choose not to depending on where I am. It doesn't mean I've lost a relationship with the shirt. It still means a lot to me, and I appreciate the value that a new shirt would bring. So if you're focused on the lost, the idea of losing causes you more anxiety than the gain of the exact same thing, then I would recommend you start preparing for that right now. For the parents on here, I'll quickly slide this in. They're about to experience loss aversion too. All our kids in school who felt like they can't go back to school, like they've lost the material. It's the same material that we're teaching at home, but they can't let go of the old way that they were doing it, and it's causing anxiety. So this is what I'm thinking about on my walk today. I thought I'd introduce it to you. A lot of times in healthcare, it's just as important to diagnose as it is to treat. So here's my diagnosis. If anxiety about the way it's going to go back, what you're going back to, is so great that if your desk is moved, you're going to be bent out of shape, then there's a word for that. It's called loss aversion. And considering how it's Mental Health Month, I thought I'd introduce that to you so you could seek some help. Till then, thanks for sharing your time with me, and I look forward to seeing you soon.